Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world.
That's really funny. But it is like that. And I knew when I text you to say, oh, light bulb's gone, I need to go and find a brighter light. I knew as I sent it that you'd instantly be thinking, that's synchronistic, that means this. I know that we know absolutely everything has a meaning when you look into it. And yes, sometimes that can send you a bit topsy-turvy, because a friend of mine once said, Liz, you analyse everything too much. Yeah, and sometimes you do need to switch yourself off.
Yes.
Because it can be like that. But it's good. I love being so tuned in and like being able to laugh when the light bulb's gone, rather than be like, damn, light bulb's gone and I'm videoing and I need a light and it'll be dark. And
you go, what are you trying to tell me now?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what would you like me to know? And how can I grow from this experience? And you can do that with the tiniest of things. Maybe a couple of months ago, thought, to grow from this experience, I need to go to Peru, to Mexico. I've got something exciting to tell you about Mexico. I'll share in a minute. I thought I had to go, train with the biggest gurus in the world and travel the world and travel to the moon. And anyway, I digress. X Factor. You've kept just something fun here, I want to slip in. You've kept mentioning X Factor and I love it. Oh, it's so motivating and yay, went with the X Factor. There'll be people switching the video off now, won't they, going, oh, blooming X Factor. Do you know, I found out...
Was it Andy Dooley the other day when I wrote that? He was like, I love that show.
X Factor, it's so motivating. It's so motivating. And I found out this morning, right, when I went to... Because I noticed you've been posting your Cambodia pictures and doing a bit of reminiscing, and I did a little bit of reminiscing about that event I went to in Mexico, the one where I firewalked.
Yeah.
I'm only watching X Factor UK, but it turns out that the guy who was the singer at the event, and I got to meet him and have a few drinks with him, is on the USA X Factor. He's called Ryan Sims.
It's called what?
Ryan Sims.
Right.
Yeah,
it's this time he's on,
yeah,
is he?
Yeah. He's a beautiful guy. I haven't been watching it live, so I just had a look at one of the YouTubes and I was excited, and then I analysed it and I thought, ooh, there I am again, connecting with somebody who's now on the telly and, following their dream in a big way.
Loads of things like that, isn't it?
And there is a lot happening.
There's lots of people, lots of connections like that, the people doing things like that, definitely. But what's interesting about the X Factor is, and I was thinking about this morning because I'm like you, I analyse and I think, what is it, what's so good about something like the X Factor? Well, it's because it's very accessible for anybody to watch. And if you watch it, you can get anything out of it, basically. From wherever you are on the emotional scale, you can see the bullying, you can see absolute joy and the passion, and anything in between that you receive what you receive. But it's just such a lovely demonstration of watching who's in the vortex, who's not in the vortex, and how their energy is. And kind of, I'm very good at picking winners.
Yeah.
Usually when I see them straight away on their audition, that's the winner. Yeah. There's a certain feeling.
Yeah.
And I love watching their journey and seeing who clears things up and who doesn't, and how they kind of like. I think it's brilliant. And also I love watching the judges and how the judge and it's
fab. Yeah, I'm the same, and I think it is. You can do it with anything, but it's good. It's fun. Again, you're laughing, you're having fun watching it. Whatever place you're watching it from, I guess it's different for everybody. But I love it. I'm sat with a big smile on my face. I get so excited, and it is interesting to see how people are dealing with it as well. How well they're cleaning stuff up. How well their vibes are set.
And also, people are like, this is how it demonstrates the law of attraction. This is the main thing, is that somebody's going, I was sat in my bedroom singing to myself, and then the next thing they know, they're on an X Factor stage and they're performing to millions of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how, and people will think, well, how is that possible? And then I listen for little things like these girls were saying, it just seems like 2 minutes that I was sat in my bedroom pretending I was having my picture taken for this.
Yeah.
Like, their little cover shoot that they have. So they've actually been sitting in their room going, they've actually envisioned themselves on X Factor having their photographs taken.
Yeah.
And I pick up all those little Do you do that?
I do. Yeah, because you think, it's law of attraction in action, and it's nice. I love being tuned into it, and I think what we're doing here as well is the more evidence and proof we get,
Yes.
the stronger our beliefs come, and this is why stuff's manifesting so quickly. You know, I'm noticing it now. It is instant. I think of it, it's there. With the littler stuff, yeah.
Yes.
And I'm working towards manifesting. Well, I was going to say even bigger, better, but I'm fine how I am. You know, it's about acceptance of where you are as well. I'm mellowed and happy to feel well, happy to be here with you again. Woo! It's lovely, isn't it? You know, this is our little X Factor. Woo! Little mini X Factor.
And it's just tuning in to who you really are, and that's all it is, isn't it? Just even having a nice conversation where you just start to feel good, and everything just feels you can just place where you are in the scheme of things, and
ride the wave, just like you did at the weekend. That's it. Just like the dolphins in Scotland, ride the wave. I must say, on a final note before we log off, I did have a vision in my mind. This will make you laugh. When we went to Scotland, and Ian had said, really got to see the dolphins, really want to see the dolphins, got to see the and I'm like, just let the dolphins go, we're going to have a lovely time. Bless him. And I'm like, I really want to see the dolphins. And so we're going to the end of Channery Point, which is where you get to see the dolphins. And at one point we thought we'd manifested the wrong time to be there. We'd done this, we said we were going to walk to it. So we'd walked to Channery Point, and it had taken quite a lot of hours. Beautiful walk through Fairy Glen, and it was magical. Met this beautiful lady who gave me a bunch of sweet peas on the way there, and she said, this isn't the dolphin time now. You know, I've lived here X amount of years, and you should have been here earlier. And I thought, no, just stay focused upon the dolphins. And we're walking Channery Point, and there's lots of people with big cameras and binoculars to see the dolphins. So me and Ian were joking around. I kept saying to him, do you think it's dolphin time? Funnily enough, we were being a bit like Chico, you know, he was on X Factor the other year, you know, Chico time. And I kept going, it's dolphin time. And there was all this pressure, call these people with these huge cameras to go to see the dolphins. And there was just a little seal, and it was beautiful. And I took so many pictures of this little black dot in the sea, and I'm like, oh, there's a dolphin. And this woman next to me said, it's a seal. And I was like, oh, but isn't it lovely, that seal? And I was so in appreciation that there was just some wildlife there to see. And when we saw the dolphins? It wasn't at dolphin time. We walked all the way back around the shore, you know, we did like this 5-hour walk, and we went the wrong way, goosebumps. We went the wrong way. We couldn't get back to the cottage. We could have had one of those moments where you flip and you're like, oh no, we're going to have to walk another hour, and the tide's coming in, and da-da-da. Instead, we calmly backtracked, and it was at that point we saw the dolphins flipping out of the water. Yeah? And it was magical. They were quite away in the distance, but it just made me realise, you know, we might think it's dolphin time, but dolphin time might be down another path, you know, just somewhere a bit more secretive, or takes a bit more digging to get there, or a bit more clearing. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because it was quite amusing. Dolphin time. So yeah, what have you got planned? Anything else exciting? You've done your surfing. I've done my dolphins.
What have I got? Anything exciting?
Just life.
Decorating my house.
Yay! I saw your gorgeous shiny floor. I've got to say, I'm loving the vibe of your videos. I love your live videos because I know I'm on that vibe more and more, rather than just be sat always producing. I'm just trying to get more and more into the being it rather than the sorting it, and the kind of just, you know, I like my shiny floor. I'll just take a video. I like your shiny floor. It's fab. You inspired me to do some spring cleaning. It's just turning some autumn cleaning. Autumnal cleaning.
Because as well, it's just nice to see the house sort of manifesting, and we've got our pictures framed.
Cool. And I see you've got some more stuff in the background. Because you were just an empty room a bit ago.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got some,
I was like, this isn't. There's not a lot going on in this room at the minute, but I manifested it.
Futon. Cool.
And the table I'm on now, I manifested a massage chair.
Oh, lovely. So has it got one of those
I just sit and go like, can you hear it?
Oh.
So I get a little massage when I'm sitting here if I want.
How
So
nice.
but I haven't bought anything. It's just all kind of, hang on, now I just need to switch this off.
Switch your massage off.
I've got a few bits and pieces here that are kind of, and I've got a big box of books that I need to sort out over there.
Do you know, my books are in boxes at the moment, and I keep dipping in, but then I just, again, going back to what I mentioned earlier, I read one book, I've got to mention it actually, Journal of a Starseed by a connection of mine, Caris, I think is how you pronounce the name, Caris Brown Malloy. She actually sent me that from America a couple of days before Scotland. I was thinking, I haven't ordered any books, and I always have a pile of books when I go on holiday. And I'd been in my box of books, but there was the inspiration hadn't come through because it was just other teachings, you know, and I knew it was.
Yeah.
So I just putting it out into the universe. I haven't got a book. I want a book. I want a book. And literally, the postman within like 5 minutes dropped this heavy envelope through the door. And it was the Journal of a Starseed book, and I was like, wow, I'd even forgotten I'd given this lady my address. And rather than it being a teaching book, it's just her life story, and it really inspired me, and it inspired me to share more about my journey and manifestations rather than write a book to teach. You know, it's like I'm teaching 50-50. I'm teaching 50% of my time with the practical law of attraction now I'm fully qualified. The fun stuff, the other 50%, is about your life journey, innit? And I'm really feeling I want to share more about the stuff that's come up and out, because that's, I feel, how people become most inspired these days, if I can say these days. You know, it's about just inspiration from other people rather than a method or a way.
Well, I think for me that's sort of been the turning point for me is where I sort of am at now. It's that between teaching it and also seeing the world as somewhere that needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
And just being in that actual shift that you're actually in the place where everything's just fine right now.
Yeah.
That's my kind of, at the minute, where I kind of hover a bit about what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You see, I do the 50-50 thing because I am an action taker. You know that, Jackie. It's like, right, I've come back. It's only a few weeks since I came back from London, really like a month, and I'm already doing group coaching, workshops, that's brilliant. I love that. But then there is a side of me that, you know, it's the playful side and it's the connecting. I'm excited to see what's going to unfold because I've got new things going off. Well, not necessarily in here, but in here. There's stuff I'm starting to see in a clearer light.
Yes.
The more connected stuff. Getting messages through from my inner voice, knowing heart and soul what life's actually about. I just feel that there's more and more being uncovered.
Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world.